Hello, and welcome back to All Things With QueenOreo, the podcast where, let's be honest, I got no clue. And, well, we kind of just figure it out together, don't we? Now, today's a little bit different than my setup, as you can see. But I just want to say, it is so good to be here with you today. To have you tuning in wherever you are in the world. I hope you had a good week, a decent week in general, or at least the very least, a week that that's right, you've made it through. Sometimes that's the biggest win of all, right? Right? So, today's episode is going to be a little different, like I mentioned. It's a bit more personal. Less about what's happening in the VRChat world and more about what's happening right here with me. I wanted to just sit down and have a real heart-to-heart with you all. Kind of a little life update, if you know what I mean. Because you're not just listeners, you're a community, and I value that more than you know. Okay, so let's get right to it. I'll stop yapping. The main reason I wanted to record this today is to let you all know that I'm going to be taking a little break, a short pause. The podcast will be away for about a week, and that's because I'm going on vacation. Yes, a real, actual vacation, and it's for a very, very special occasion. It's for my birthday. So, there won't be a new episode next week, but I will be back, fully recharged and ready to go. Right after the 16th of September. Please don't miss me too much. Or miss me just enough. And yeah, the 16th, that's the day. And this year. Wow. This year I'm turning 31. 31. Can you believe that? Wild. Absolutely wild. I mean, I can. The math checks out. But it just feels wild. Absolutely wild. When you're a kid, 30 sounds ancient, doesn't it? It sounds like you should have everything figured out. You should have the perfect career, the perfect house, the perfect life, all tied up into one big, neat little bill. Let's be real. Let's be real. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Not even close. And you know what? I think that's the most beautiful and inspiring part of it all. The journey is so much messier, so much more unpredictable, and so much more, interesting than that perfect picture that you had in your dream. Or even myself that I had in my dream. In my head. You're dreaming about it, you're thinking about it. Either way, it's in your head, right? Well, I was 16 years old, maybe younger. But in all reality, turning 30 was a huge milestone. But 31 feels different. It feels solid. It feels like, alright, I'm finally truly stepping into my own skin. My 20s were a decade of pure chaos and learning. A lot of learning. Mostly the hard way. We don't talk about that. But it was definitely challenging, and different. You're figuring out who from my point of view, I was trying to figure out who I wasn't, which, as it turns out, it's a really important step in discovering who you are. I learned so much about friendship, about the ones that are meant to last a lifetime, and the ones that are only meant to teach you a lesson for a season. I learned about resilience. Words? I learned that maybe sometimes I'll never be good at wording words. But for real, folks, I learned that hitting rock bottom isn't an end. It's a foundation. Sorry, we're like adjusting, picture framing. Sorry. Like I said, hitting rock bottom is not the bottom. It's not the end. It's just a foundation. It's a solid ground you get to push off from to launch yourself back up. You come back stronger, wiser. You come back up with a perspective you could never have gained if you just been floating along at the surface the whole time. Let that sink in. Like I said before, as you're letting it sink in, all that and so much more. And that's what I want to talk about today. Really, the idea of pausing, celebrating, of reflecting. This vacation isn't just about getting away, eating cake, but I'm positive there'll be cake. But it's about honoring the passage of time. It's about looking back at the years, for me, in general. It's who I was and what I am now and who I plan to become in my future. Because you come so far and so long in your journey that you don't realize it, how strong you are. See, we live in a culture that is obsessed with hustle. Go, 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 go. Do more, be more, achieve more. Fight, 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 fight. Win, 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 win. I can't, I'm being serious. I'm sure you can also relate to that too. So, and I'm part of that. I love creating this podcast. I love connecting with you all, rather than VRChat or IRL. I love building things, but that constant forward motion, it can be a trap. It can make you forget to stop, just breathe, look around, and appreciate the life you are actually living right now. This is very important moment. Taking a break isn't a sign of weakness. It's not lazy. It's an act of profound self-respect. It's telling yourself, I am worthy of rest. I am worthy of peace. My value is not tied to my productive day. And that is a lesson that took the better part of decades to learn. I used to feel so guilty for taking a day off, for not answering an email immediately, for not wanting to lay on, or, for just wanting to lay on the couch and do absolutely nothing. But you can't pour from an empty cup. You just can't. Your creativity needs fuel. Your passion needs to be nurtured. Your soul needs time. time to wonder and wonder. And that's what this trip is for me. It's a soul refueling station. I will also be seeing family. I will also be visiting my mom, my sister, resting area for the very first time in a very long time. And that's like a ripping off a Band-Aid to feel better. But to take a week-long vacation, is that okay? I think it's more than okay. Not being glued to your phone, listening to the music and relaxing and just being around those you love and who care about you. So, can you go for a walk with a podcast in your ear? Can you take an hour? Can you take an evening? Can you just turn your phone off, put on some music, and just sit with yourself? Absolutely. Of course you can. Sometimes it's just nice to just reconnect with nature and just listen to the world around you. These small acts of international rest, they add up. Look, I'm butchering most of the wording here, and I do apologize. But I really wanted to make this video, get it a point across, without any editing and cuts. The raw deal. Oh, seriously, hold on. They do all add up. They prevent the burnout that is so real for so many of us. They remind us that we are human beings, not human doings. So, as I'm heading into the year 31, my intentions isn't to achieve more, but to experience more, to be more present, to find joy in the small, quiet moments that we all so often rush past. The taste of the perfect cup of coffee in the morning, the feeling of the sun on our skin, a general belly-aching laugh with a friend. That's the stuff, that's the real stuff of life. This podcast, this community, is a huge part of that joy for me. It started as just a little idea, this little what if, and has grown into something that I am so incredibly proud of, and that's because of you. It's because you show up, you listen, you engage, you share your own stories, you make this a conversation. Even when it's just me talking into a microphone or a virtual camera as a virtual content creator. And then I do have occasionally my amazing editor, Ruby. She has helped as well as myself. It all sounds good, but it's you all bring it to life. Thank you. And I feel like I owe it to you and to myself to come back into this space as the best version of me. A version that is rested and inspired and full of new energies and ideas. So what's the plan for year 31? Well, more of this, more honesty, more connection. I want to continue to build this space where we can be ourselves, where we can admit that we don't have a clue and where we can celebrate the mess, beauty, wild journey of figuring it all out. I want to embrace the unknown. I want to be less afraid of getting things wrong, because every wrong turns into a detour that shows you a part of the map you would have never seen otherwise. Age is a funny thing. We're taught to fear it, especially as women. We're sold. How do I put it? I went into a long saying word, and then I just stopped. Age is a funny thing. We're taught to fear it, especially as women. We're sold anti-aging cream and told to hide the gray hairs, but I'm starting to see it differently. I'm starting to see every year as a badge of honor, a collection of experience, a library of lessons learned. My body might get a few more eggs and my face a few more lines, but my soul is getting richer, deeper, more compassionate, and that's a trade I will happily make. So, my birthday wish for myself and for you is this. Let's stop chasing perfection. Let's start embracing the process. Let's be kinder to ourselves. Let's celebrate our wins, no matter how small. And let's be there for the loved ones who want us there. And then this is gonna sound like a repeat, but for the love of everything, give ourselves permission to rest, to pause, to just be existing. So thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart, for being on this journey with me. Thank you for letting me share these parts of my life with you. It means the world to me. So this is Queen Oreo signing off for a little while. I'm going to go celebrate 31 years on this planet. I'm going to go make some memories, and I'll be back after the 16th. So excited to share it all with you. Until then, take wonderful care of yourselves, be good to each other, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye for now.